Hello everyone, good morning. I am reading Lao-ay and I will be presenting to you one of the articles I read related to global citizenship education. And this is the GCED Learning and Assessment and Analysis of 4 case studies in Asia, which was published by Asia Pacific Center of Education for International Understanding in the year 2020. Let us have the introduction of the study. Global citizenship refers to a sense of belonging to common humanity and respect for diversity and solidarity that is according to UNESCO 2014. It promotes interdependence and interconnectedness between the local, the national, and the global based on universal values and respect for diversity. It aims to equip learners with knowledge, values, and skills to contribute to a more just, inclusive, and peaceful world through a multifaceted approach. This report highlights some of the efforts made by the schools and teachers in response to the Sustainable Development Goal. The purpose of the study is to examine more closely how lower secondary schools both implement and assess GCED learning in their efforts to improve the quality and relevance of learning. Now, GCED has three core dimensions, and these are the cognitive, socio-emotional, and behavioral. These provide a solid framework for the type of skills, values, and attitudes that we want our learners to embody. Now, we have first the cognitive, and this is to acquire knowledge, understanding, and critical thinking about global, regional, national, and local issues, and the interconnectedness and interdependency of different countries and populations. Next, we have the socio emotional. This is to have a sense of belonging to a common humanity, shared values and responsibilities, empathy, solidarity, and respect for differences and diversity. The last one is this behavioral. This is to act effectively and responsibly at local, national, and global levels for a more peaceful and sustainable world. Implementing GCED is a complex process that requires in depth discussions among education stakeholders and requires a close look at how to incorporate these skills and competencies through the curriculum, teaching, and learning, and assessment. Now, teachers are the key beneficiaries of the development of the framework for assessing GCED learning outcomes, since they are at the heart of GCED implementations. They play a crucial role in creating a desired learning environment to develop the capacity of students, and they are expected to have a strong knowledge base and pedagogical skills, show effective classroom management, and be inclusive and flexible to meet the diverse needs of students. Now, for the scope of the study, the members agreed to select India, Japan, the Republic of Korea, and Vietnam as pilot countries for this study. For each country, one researcher was recruited to conduct a qualitative report or study of one or two schools implementing GCED learning. This report is based on these 4 case studies, which captured some assessment approaches and techniques for measuring GCED, learning and outcomes and competencies in Asia, and offered insights into assessing GCED learning for policymakers, teachers, and education leaders. For the methodology, all the researchers conducted interviews with teachers, administrators, and leaders of GCED learning. Some of them used additional surveys for students to evaluate how the school implemented GCED learning assessments. Now, for the integrating GCED, let us have first the country of Japan. The school took leadership in designing GCED classes and integrated the classes in the grade 7 to grade 9 curriculum. The teachers also used various pedagogical approaches to encourage students to gain an understanding that global issues are relevant for themselves. Furthermore, the school also involved the city officials to provide feedback on students' GCED action plan for city development. For India, the teachers and school principals are not familiar with the concept of GCED as promoted by UNESCO. Therefore, the school leadership for GCED integration was not evident. Teachers guided students to create notice boards for the hallways to showcase examples of tolerance and nonviolence which reflected students' learning process and outcome on such topics. However, even without teachers' awareness of GCED, the school curriculum still has GCED elements. For Korea, they took the leadership role in supporting teachers in learning and implementing GCED. The school has ensured that GCED elements are integrated at all levels of the school, with curricular, subject, and co-curricular activities. Extracurricular activities like GCED student clubs are also supported by the school, teachers, and nonprofit organizations. For Vietnam, they integrated GCED through equipping students with 21st century skills, hence to prepare them to be ready and resilient with future challenges. The school developed extracurricular activities like life program to help students to become responsible and competent global citizens. Life means learning and fostering environment program that focuses on stimulating a process of personal development. Now, in integrating GCED, there are four factors that we have to consider. First, we have the school leadership and awareness. This ensures that GCED learning programs work hand in hand with the whole school approach. Next, we have the curriculum. The researchers found a wide array of examples of how GCED learning is implemented in the curriculum of the schools, demonstrating the benefits of a mainstream approach to GCED learning. Mainstreaming GCED is a vital if students are to possess the abilities, skills, and knowledge needed to tackle sustainability and moral issues of the future. Third is the pedagogical approaches. There were aspects for GCED learning and auxiliary activities such as the creation of notice boards that exemplified themes for GCED learning and lessons related to sustainable development goals such as global warming, air pollution, recycling, water management, and the diversity of human life. The fourth one is collaboration with community. School leaders can implement GCED through the whole school by incorporating community leaders, educational stakeholders, and policymakers in investing in global citizenship education. Let us have the reflections of the study. First, assessment practices need to be relevant to the cultural and specific school context. Second, an increasing need to refine methods for assessing GCED learning. The third, school leader shapes the vision of the school and can establish structures that are designed for GCED learning. Let us have the recommendations. Enable the school leaders and teachers to explicitly implement GCED learning. Ensure that assessment tools and methods are aligned with the desired outcomes for GCED. Utilize alternative modes of assessment such as competency-based and affective assessments to capture GCED learning outcomes. Fourth is utilize assessments for learning. That is all, and thank you so much for listening.